introduction for anyone who isn't aware who I am. My name is Blair Macdonald. I'm the Senior Director of Category Marketing here at Cantrex. Basically a fancy title to let you guys know that you can contact me if you have any questions about marketing. You can reach me at various ways, even just through marketing@cantrex.com. This is the second presentation we're doing in this series of top 10 tips for optimizing for AEO and GEO. And if you want to go see the first two tips, it is on our YouTube channel. Just look up Cantrex Nationwide Marketing, and you should be able to find the video there. We're going to do a really brief recap just in the first couple slides over some of the topics from that conversation, just as a bit of a refresh for people who saw it or are at one of the live presentations, as well as just to set up the two tips we're going to talk to today. So first thing to understand when it comes to AEO and GEO is what exactly is it? And at kind of the simplest definition, answer engine optimization is simply optimizing to give the best kind of singular or top answer to a query. And generative engine optimization is essentially optimizing to be found in longer form content, like when you see, a big kind of article share through something like a ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, etc. And, one of the questions might be ask yourself, well, why is this becoming important? And as we know, AI is essentially infiltrating everything we do. And consumers are now actually turning to different AI engines or AI apps to actually find products and services. So about 58 to 65% of consumers are already using AI tools to research products, and the adoption rate is not slowing down. It's reached about 70% of consumers now are saying they're using a tool somewhere in the process. So just as a bit of a refresher, the top 10 tips that we came across to help all you guys make sure you're optimized for AEO and GEO: strengthen brand mentions across the web, create AI-friendly long-form content for each category and service, turn product pages into knowledge pages, create a strong about page with real-world signals, use structured data, otherwise known as schema, everywhere, add location-specific landing pages, collect and display reviews, optimize your local business presence across the web, publish expert content from real people. And number 10 was build high quality backlinks and citations. Now, these aren't in a particular order, so don't think you have to do one, then the next, then the next, then the next. In fact, in our first presentation, we actually concentrated on number 2 and number 7, which were create AI-friendly long-form content for each category and service, as well as collecting and display reviews. So just really briefly on number 2, think of AI-friendly long-form content like things like blogs, FAQs, buying guides for different products that you carry or services that you offer, and including those on your website in some fashion or form, and collecting and displaying reviews, so getting reviews on things like Google My Business, even Facebook, and actually publishing those right to your website if at all possible. Now today we're going to focus in on 2 more that are what I kind of consider of the 10 still kind of the low-hanging fruit. So these are ones that you can really invest your own time and efforts in and do a lot of it for yourself without a lot of a financial outlay. And those are add location-specific landing pages and optimize your local business presence across the web. So the first one of those, add location-specific landing pages. So think of your when you go to a website and you see the Contact Us page, think of that as a location-specific landing page, right? These are a great way to kind of highlight different things about the location specifically. And if you have multiple locations, having individual ones really, really does optimize you for AI and those near me searches, etc. They basically help AI and even just regular search understand, where you do business and which locations that you service. So a strong page should include things like the city or the region served, what products and services are available, because sometimes if you have more than one location that you operate, those might actually differ by location. Unique local information, help users take action, so give them a way to visit, call, contact that specific store or someone at it. And essentially the big idea here is making these pages a helpful local resource rather than just copying and pasting information from one to the next with just changing the city name at the top of it. So a little further of, some examples of what you should include on the page, right? So give each one its own unique URL. So if you use dedicated content pages to do this or to deploy these, that allows you to have a custom URL for each one. So again, you could include the city of where it's located, maybe the main category if you're a multi-category retailer, just include the main category in the heading. So in this example, whatever your store name is, followed by vancouverfurniturestore.com. Write in introductory content that includes who you are, what you sell, how long you've been open, and what sorts of things make you different. Real geographic signals like landmarks and neighborhoods. For instance, I'm in Mississauga office. In the Toronto area, there's the Distillery District. There's lots of restaurants and shops and things like that down there. You might want to mention, if you're located in the Distillery District, you might want to point that out as part of, being a real geographic signal. Product references that also cater to your area. So think of this as mentioning the brands that might be important to people shopping your area. So if there's a lot of vacation rentals, vacation homes, vacation condos, you might want to talk about offering a vast variety of compact furniture. If you're in a more, higher end community, higher end area, you might want to focus on premium brands that might speak to those people looking for luxury products. Add local reviews. So if you get reviews as part of your, kind of customer service, functions, and you collect those for your business, sharing the ones from each of those areas for each of those stores becomes very important. Embed a Google map, right? This makes it really easy for people then to locate you and even just start, traveling to you using Google Maps, whether that be in their car through Android Auto or on their phone device. FAQs that might be unique for each location. So again, this could be various services that you offer that again are unique to that one versus others. Pictures of your store, your delivery trucks, and even the team that works there. Now, the other thing that you want to do is link your page internally on your website wherever possible. So for instance, if you have a delivery page that mentions all the different areas that you service, and you have multiple locations, you might want to link the closest location to some of those city names in that list of areas that you serve. And that can take the person from that city name right to that store's specific landing page. And like I said, the monetary cost in this is really low and possibly even free if you can do this work yourself. So you can write the content yourself, take pictures or have someone in your staff do it, collect the customer reviews and get permission to use them. So if you're not just getting them through Google, you might want to be asking for people if they're okay if you use like a review that they just kind of give you in person and that you post on the page. If you can get a picture of the person, that'd be great. Not everybody's comfortable with that, but feel free to ask. Google Maps has an embed code, again, that you can access for free, so it makes it super easy to do that. And if you're a Cantrex Level 3 website, just pointing out, you can actually build these yourself through the Content Page Manager. If you're not really tech savvy and you're not sure how to do that, obviously you can reach out to Tailbase. They can do it for you. And if you're a level 1 or 2 customer on a Tailbase website, you can also have them create these content pages for you as well. But you could just provide them the information to get yourself some cost savings. Other website providers might also offer service like this, or you might be able to create your own. If you're on a Shopify platform, you should be able to make content pages like this on your own as well, but you'll have to reach out to them for details to see how easy and what the cost might be associated with that. Now, we jump into optimizing your local business presence across the web. So you're probably asking yourself, okay, what do I do? Where do I start? The first thing to do, if you haven't already, claim and optimize your Google business profile. Google business profiles are basically free. You may have to do a bit of a verification process that takes a little bit of time. Sometimes they have you film walking into your store, things like that, just to verify you are who you say you are, or you represent the business that you say you represent. Complete as many of the fields as possible. I know it seems sometimes that there's lots you should just maybe skip over just to get it up and running, but I assure you the more time and effort you put into it, the better it's going to be in the long run. Upload high quality photos on a fairly regular basis. So if you're Say if you do like kind of seasonal changeovers of your, products or your displays, you might want to take new inside shots to reflect that. Optimize your business categories, and this is one we see a lot of times that isn't done well, both primary and secondary businesses. So again, focus in on, start with your biggest category, work your way down, and really try to avoid any unnecessary ones. Treat Google Business like a social media account and do posts. There is an update feature where you can basically load up an image or a photo and put a caption to it, just like you would with Facebook or Instagram. And these updates are really great at not only having visibility to AI, but also helping just your normal SEO algorithm. Add products if you have the time to do that. That can work out really well as well. Reviews, reminder here, encourage detail and respond to every single one. I know sometimes we like to kind of shy away from responding to a negative review, but it does mean a lot both to consumers who read them as well as things like AI and SEO, to see these responses, because they count not only as updates, but it actually sees that you're trying to do something about potentially the bad review. Now you want to go out and you want to build more citations. And those are things like Yelp, Bing, Apple Business Connect, etc. Branding is important, so make sure you use the same logo, same descriptions across all those different sources. So whatever you use in Google Business, make sure you use it on those additional sources as well. Consistency is a key, right? Small differences can have a big impact. Google is so picky, they will actually compare results that they see on Google My Business. If you used the short form for street being ST with a period, and then they see on Apple Business Connect, you're using the full word street, it actually flags these things as if they might be errors. So again, consistency is a big thing. Now, again, it starts at free. Most sources do offer free accounts, Google, Apple, Bing, etc. So you can go there, claim them, fill out the information manually, and just invest some time. You can also update them manually. So once they're established with your main information, if you ever have to change anything, special hours for, like the upcoming long weekend, you can do so on each platform. If they include a review feature, ask customers to leave one. Of course, your focus should be on Google My Business because it is the biggest one. It does have the most impact, but having reviews on other things can also work out to your benefit as well. If you change anything, go back and update them. Example, summer hours, or as I mentioned, special hours for like a long weekend. Now, if you want to do this more efficiently, we do have some tools to help with that. Basically, within our marketing hub, we do have the local SEO product. It offers both a free version where you can see many of these, highly ranked citations according to Google. You can see if you're listed there, is it accurate, what the mistakes might be. You can't, unfortunately, go in and change them manually from there, but at least you can see, and then you can look up that source and go to it. Or if you go to the subscription model, you can actually have our Marketing Hub software update those for you automatically. So anytime you make a change to your business profile, it will actually go in and make those same changes on all those different sources. Now, we have a special offer here to help out with all this sort of stuff, both on the review front from presentation 1 and obviously on the optimizing your local presence in this presentation here. This offer is good till June 30th, so feel free to take a look at it first and consider it, and then just reach out to us. The local SEO product with Listing Sync, which is basically an $80 a month program typically. Right now, we're offering 10% when you sign up for 1 year. Reputation Hub Pro is essentially the software to both manage as well as try to entice people to use reviews through things like email and text messaging. Typically, the Pro version is $50 a month. The Premium version is $100 a month. We're going to offer right now a 10% discount on that if you sign up paid annually for 1 year, as well as offering the Google review cards. These work with the chip technology. You can get 2 cards as well as a sign for free when you sign up for the software for the annual basis. If you sign up for 1 year but just do the paid monthly, we'll still give you the free review and the 2 review sign and the 2 cards. You just won't get the 10% discount for paying in advance. And then lastly, if you're just interested in the review cards or signs on their own, right now we're going to do a buy one, get one at 50% off deal. And the review signs themselves are $50. The cards are $25. And we will program them before we ship them out to you and obviously ship them to you for free as well. So those are available between now and the end of June. So June 30th, these deals will basically be available to all of you. Now, if you want to hear more about these different tips, we're going to go into the next 2 on Tuesday, June 9th. It'll be held again at 1 o'clock to help out with any of our friends who happen to be out in Western Canada or maybe Central Canada. Again, those ones will most likely be a little bit more complex ones. We might have to spend a little bit more time and understanding that the first 4 that we've obviously presented, we're starting off with ones that you can do a lot of the stuff yourself, or again, depending on how your website setup is, you can even deploy a lot of the stuff yourself. These next ones that we're going to start getting into might involve a little bit more investment, but we'll give you a good explanation of them and you can decide whether they're important to you and if you want to go down that path. And now pretty much is just, if you have any questions or if you just want to mark down my contact information to reach out to me later, feel free to do so as well. But I will open it up if anyone has any questions for me. I see Marnie making notes. Perfect.
Just a question. So when you said about those different tiers where you in your special offer, are they cumulative? Like they're all independent, different things?
Essentially, they're all different kind of things so that you can get one without the other. Like if you want to just invest in the local SEO product where it will optimize all your listings across multiple sources automatically for you, you can get just that on its own. They're basically just you pick and choose which one you want to get. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It all sounds good, but it also sounds overwhelming.
No, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Well, again, just hopefully you took down my contact information or come back to the presentation after, although I think you have it anyways, Marnie, but just reach out to me if you want any further explanation on anything. We can definitely dig further into it for you. And I know you're still working kind of on your website stuff. So once you have that kind of up and running, we should probably do a dive into the stuff again anyways, just, between you and I, just to go through it again and just, we can make sure everything's kind of in place.
Yeah, and I'll loop in my my marketing guy just graduated, so I'm gonna loop him in and then task him with it.
Perfect.
It's like sort this out. This is a different language.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Awesome. Jill, anything that you wanted to ask at all, or everything seemed okay?
I think I'm unmuted. No, thank you very much for the presentation. I don't have any questions right now, but great job.
Perfect. Awesome. And like I mentioned, we're going to put this up on the YouTube channel. It might not go up today, but because I'll cut some stuff out just to edit it down for time. And we'll put it up there so you can review at a future date as well.
Yeah, awesome. Great info, Blair. Really appreciate it. I know I'm going to show this video to a lot of people in my patch.
Perfect. Appreciate that very much. Well, I will let everybody go and on with your day. And like I said, don't be strangers. Reach out if you need anything. If you can't reach me, Sabrina's also on the call here. She's kind of my right-hand person, so you can always reach out to Sabrina as well. And our emails are super easy, just first name, last name @cantrex.com. So blair.macdonald@cantrex.com or sabrina.campanelli@cantrex.com. Or if you want to reach pretty much whoever's just available on our team, you can always use marketing@cantrex.com as well. All right. Perfect. Thanks, everybody. Have a great afternoon.
Thanks, Blair.
Thanks, Blair.
Bye.